Hey, what's going on, guys? You got Jesse Rush with Fling Eye Bows here, and I'm going to build some hardwood red osier arrows for you guys. I'm going to do a build along, and I've got all my materials laid out here, everything you're going to need, and that's what I'm going to go over in this video. So this is going to be a several part series, so let's do this. First of all, I want to let you guys in on, I'm just going to show you an overview of everything I'm going to use. You got your sinew, your arrowheads, your different glues. This is glue sent from an arrow company. It's a hot glue. This is Native American style pine pitch glue. This is real beeswax got from a bee farmer. It's not the pretty stuff that you're used to seeing. This is actually the stuff you get out of the hive. It's dirty, it's nasty, but it's the real thing. I get it from Wesley Honey Farms. It's a guy I used to keep bees with. You're gonna need a couple of knives, multi-tools work good, scissors, some sewing thread. Obviously you're gonna need some points. That's a knife, that's not a point. You're gonna need a knife. You're gonna need a scale. And if you don't have a grain scale, it's okay. You can use a gram scale, and then you can use this. I'm gonna leave it here for a second so you can pause it if you need to. I'll get a little closer on these ones because that's usually what people use. The left hand side is grams and the right hand side is grains. Okay. Now here's some of the places that I learned how to make arrows. Number one, first and foremost, this is Thad Beckham, Native Arrows and Points. This is a great DVD. I learned a lot from this guy. He mainly focuses on river cane arrows, but he does do hard, he does do arrow shaft material like red osier and ocean spray and stuff like that. But he does mostly focus on the southeastern style arrows made of river cane. However, I ordered this DVD recently from my friend Dave at Medicine Bow Woods, and he's based out of Washington State. And this is a good DVD to buy. They're both around 20 bucks. And this one basically makes red osier arrows and wild rose arrows, and it's a really good DVD. Let me show you the inside here. For making hardwood arrows. So this Thad makes hardwood arrows too, but it's a shorter segment. He mainly focuses on river cane. This entire DVD, although much shorter than this one strictly focuses on hardwood arrows. Okay. Now, some of the books that I would recommend you getting is Bows and Arrows of the Native Americans by Jim Ham. This has a real good segment here in the back about arrow making. A lot of real good details. Cherokee 2 Fletch. Just a lot of real good deep in-depth details on how to sinew wrap and really just how to make arrows. He's got a good outlook on it. Again, here is something you can pause on if you need to check it out. These are what was basically used on the West Coast. They used witch hazel, dogwood, and viburnum, sometimes reed. These are the lengths they usually used, and this is the type of point material they used. Great Basin, choke cherry, serviceberry reed, obsidian, flint and steel, Southwest, dogwood and reed, flint and steel, Southern Plains, dogwood only, steel and very rarely bone. Northern Plains, they use red osier, dogwood, wild rose, choke cherry, steel, very rarely bone. Upper Midwest, where I'm at now, dogwood, viburnum, and witch hazel, flint, steel, and very rarely copper. And in the East Coast, they use dogwood, yopon holly, witch hazel, arrowwood viburnum, and reed, also known as river cane. They use reed and river cane. There's Phragmites and river cane. There's two different things. Both are reed. Sometimes they used force shafts, but they weren't always used. They used flint, bone, steel, and very rarely brass. All right. Now, when you cut your arrows from the raw state, you're going to want to wrap them up. As you can see, my shafts are wrapped. What I do is I take them home, I let them sit for about a week, week and a half, maybe 2 weeks with the bark on them. Then I debark them. And then I straighten them the best I can by hand, and then I rewrap them again. Let them sit for another 3-4 weeks. And that's what I've done here with this red osier. Okay. Another book to buy that I would suggest is Al Herron's Cherokee Bows and Arrows. Now, my mom's Cherokee, so I really enjoyed this book. He goes into arrows and pretty extensively, how to bend them, straighten them, arrow knocks and points. But he focuses mainly on Cherokee style. Different ways to fletch. So you get the point. Good books to buy for sure. Definitely good books to buy. You can get these many different places. Primitive Archer sells a lot of this stuff, primitivearcher.com. You can also buy a lot of these books at Crazy Crow Trading Post, which is where I get my sinew. These backstrap sinews are like $6, and these leg sinews are like $2 a piece. That's about it. Oh, I got these feathers, the black ones from Crazy Crow. The turkey feathers in there I got from an Oneida Native American friend of mine. All right, I guess that about covers it. Also with the sinew from Crazy Crow, you'll get this paper showing you how to fletch arrows and how to process sinew. And